Hello and welcome to LeetCode 1376. I am needed to inform all employees. While giving for input, the problem consists in finding the time that it takes for some information to be downstream through the company structure, which is guaranteed to have some tree structure. And well, there is 6 n employees from 0 to n minus 1. In this case, n is equal to 6, so we have 6 employees from 0 to 5. The head ID is the ID of the top manager. This guy doesn't have a manager of its own. That's why in the manager array, which tells us what manager, the direct manager of the each employee, for the ID number 2, we have -1 because there is no manager for the top manager. And finally, we have the in4 time array, which tells the time it takes for that employee to downstream the information to all its subordinates. All right, so in this case, we only have basically have one manager. That's why all these are directed to node 2, which is the top manager. Basically here, it will just take this guy 1 second to downstream the information to these guys. And since these guys all have 0 time, or it don't even have like subordinates, it doesn't matter what time it takes. Then the result for this simple example will be 1. Let's take a look to a more complex example. Let's say n is equal to 15. We have the head ID of 0, and we have these 2 arrays. If we build the graph, it looks like this. It's actually a complete tree. And since it takes everybody 1 second to downstream the information, we just have like 1 here, then this guy takes 1. Well, all of these guys takes 1, but if we take the count, if we take in count what the time it took to the other guys to downstream the information to arrive to them, that this will be 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1, and well, this is equal to 2. Then these guys take 3 seconds, everybody, and then we don't have to downstream the information here anymore, so it will take 3 seconds or whatever minutes, I don't know. But for example, if this guy number 7 had 2 more guys here, say number 15 and 16, and let's say 7 takes 4 seconds to tell to pass the information. Then like here it will be forget about like this stuff, and imagine we have 7 here. I mean, imagine we have 4 here. So this will mean it will take this guy 4 seconds plus while we been carrying over. That will be 4 plus 3, 7. And then the total time that it take for the information to be downstream will be 7 seconds. Because even though these guys like will know at minute 7.3, we'll have to take in count for the maximum number that it takes. So this is basically just summing up like the maximum. This is basically like a weighted tree or something, and then each of these connections have a weight, and we just have to find the maximum weight that it takes to reach one of the leaves. And besides building the tree before, because yeah, we have to build the tree from these 2 and then perform either breadth first search or depth first search. It doesn't matter. I think that first search is easier to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so we got the problem here. As we said, the first step is to build the tree or graph. It doesn't matter. I mean, usually when you build a tree, you have like some sort of node structure. So for this case, I'm gonna simply use a dictionary, which is gonna have the subordinates of each the if employee. So let's call it subordinates. It's gonna be equal to ith, which will first this will point to the eventually will point to the subordinates of the ith employee, but for now we just leave it like that, an empty list. And well, then we iterate to the input. We know that there's n employees from I to I minus 1. And well, we want to skip the manager, so I mean, we just we can just ask if we know that for the manager, if it's like this array gives us the manager of the if employee. So if basically if this is equal to -1 as it says in the prompt, we don't want to do anything because yeah, we can just skip this one, and this will make sense a little bit. Wait, for all the other people, we build this sort of structure. So the subordinates of with this we get like the manager, and then we want to point this to I. For manager, this doesn't make any sense because there is no manager with the ID -1, because no one has this manager guy as its subordinate. So that's why we have to skip it. Hope that makes sense. Then we perform the second step, the depth first search. I just gonna call this k, but let's call employee. That makes more sense. And then this is like the current time we will be carrying over. So if this guy has no more subordinates, we just return the time we have. And well, the way to know this is this will basically be an empty list, because we wouldn't have appended any employees. So if that's the case, we just return the time. It's simple as that. As we did in the tree. Then let's record the time we have here. I would just call it like red for return, return value, and well, this is gonna be equal to the time that we've been carrying over plus the time it takes this guy to inform its subordinates. So that's current plus the time of it takes this guy to spread the information. Then for for each subordinate, we wanna see how much time it takes to each subordinate to spread the information in total. So this will be the recursive step. And we want to return the maximum value, remember. So return value is going to be equal to the max of what it takes this guy to spread the information in total. This is the time we have. This is basically the first return value. Because this is the time we've been carrying over. So return value is the maximum of each, the maximum value of all branches. The reason we have this is so it, well, the first time it will probably override unless some guy can spread the information in 0 seconds, in which case it will be the same time. And well, if we use current here twice, we will have a mistake where it will override this information summing every time, because we have current here, so we cannot use the return value here. This will basically get us like the maximum value of all the branches with the value we've been carrying over, the time we've been carrying over, and then at the end we just return the maximum, as we said in the previous part. And it's actually as easy as that. Then we just return the depth first search starting, but head ID, because we know that this guy's gonna be top of the ladder. That's guaranteed by the problem. This is the ID of the root node, basically. And at the beginning, we have 0 time. Okay, I forgot that equals this. Subordinates, alright, man. Subordinates. And that should be it.